Hello, I'm Michaela, and this is Destiny, Nick, Emerson, and Michael. We're here today to talk about potential implications of an increase in NASA's budget. Similar to all other government agencies and departments, each year, NASA has to propose an annual budget which gets incorporated into the President's annual budget and submitted to Congress. Congress then debates and allocates funds to NASA through appropriation bills, which set aside money for specific spending. Ultimately, NASA's success in carrying out its missions in space exploration, scientific discoveries, and aeronautical research is highly dependent upon funding from the government. Now, Emerson will talk about NASA's economic impact.
Thank you, Michaela. So these are the main ways that NASA economically impacts the government. NASA gives jobs to some of the smartest people around the world. They give them a way to promote efficiency, creativity, and the economy. Jobs in the field support the plan's missions to the moon and to outer space. The more we know about space and the galaxy, the more wisdom we have to learn about the future, as shown by trends in the past. This goes along with improving communication between countries because it causes friendly competition, such as between Russia, China, and most obviously the United States. In 1958, the percentage of the national budget for NASA rose during the Cold War with tensions and commotion in Russia, as indicated by the peak in the graph. It then dropped off after putting the man on the moon to where it is today. This means that less money is allotted each year to fund projects and missions related to NASA and space exploration. Due to inflation, the dollar value is increasing. The actual total percentage of the national budget is decreasing. Now, Destiny with morality.
So looking at NASA's budget increase from a moral lens, NASA's technology has had extremely beneficial impacts in the medical field. Like the creation of artificial limbs, which help millions of people, and heart pumps, which have saved countless lives, NASA also tracks soil and weather patterns for farmers, and although it is extremely costly, NASA contributes $180 billion back to the economy. So, for every $1 in federal funding, $10 is circled back into the economy. Lastly, NASA encourages the search for knowledge and educational benefit.
Though they may seem magical, these advances in the economic and moral realms did not manifest their magic. All of the various fields have been assisted by technology derived from NASA itself. NASA has inadvertently led to the creation of numerous devices that have had practical applications outside of their original intended use. Examples of such apparatuses range from augmented reality systems used by firefighters, originally designed for use aboard the ISS, to heartbeat sensors used post the natural disaster that were originally intended for use viewing things in deep space. This stated is no surprise that NASA has had quite the effect on the tech world itself. Given this, nearly 1 out of every 1,000 patents in the United States Patent Office is assigned to NASA's domain. This is not simply an impressive statistic, but an ever-present mark in the contemporary world itself. The organization has had such an impact that it has actually gone out of its way to develop a program with the express purpose of fostering and developing numerous technologies and reassigning a purpose to better fit them in the modern world. This program is known as spinoff, and it has consistently gone out of its way to make the world a better place in many different facets of technology. And these various technological improvements are exemplified by our next slide.
Some ways that NASA affects everyday life is through the spin-off program. One might argue that NASA's programs are unnecessary and useless to the general public. However, NASA works with U.S. companies developing useful everyday technologies through the spin-off program. These products not only benefit the economy by developing technology, but they also serve as solutions to worldwide problems such as providing clean water universally. Seeing these useful technologies and their impact on society, the argument for increasing NASA's budget is only strengthened. Now here's Michaela to discuss NASA's contributions to environmental sustainability.
In addition to the spin-off program, advancements have proven to be largely eco-friendly. In order to reduce the expensive cost of bringing resources to space, life support systems on aircrafts must be small, lightweight, and energy efficient. Also, systems must be very reliable and low maintenance because repairs in space are taxing and malfunctions can have fatal consequences. The requirements for sustainable living in space can be applied to almost any technology here on Earth in order to encourage a more eco-friendly lifestyle. In fact, the science and engineering developments applied to modern technology by NASA's hundreds of research centers and universities encourages sustainability in a very drastic way. For example, engineers at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center are developing EHD-based thermal control technology. Once successful, this form of thermal control will drastically reduce energy consumption because EHD pumps are small and have no moving parts. This is the picture you see on top. Another aspect of sustainability to consider is the pollution released by rockets. Nick will explain why this is not a big concern.
Although NASA works for environmental sustainability, it does launch a number of rockets into space every year. The pollution and chemical emissions released from these launches unfortunately has the effect of depleting the ozone layer, which allows more UVB rays from the sun to reach the surface of the Earth, harming plants, animals, and people. Although these effects are bad, only a few rockets are launched weekly around the world. Because NASA's launches are rare, with only 9 launches since 2017, the negative effects on the environment are relatively small. A solution to these adverse effects would be to impose strict regulations on the amount of pollution created by each launch. In conclusion, NASA contributes to environmental sustainability more than it hurts the environment, and an increase in funding would increase its benefits. Here's Destiny to address the conflict.
As shown by the graph, NASA, which falls under the science category, receives about 0.4% of the federal budget. This adds up to be $19.1 billion, which many people could argue should be better placed in different programs like that of a free health clinic. Free health clinics provide 50,000 jobs as well as medical attention to 9 million patients who cannot afford it. And they do this all under a $3.6 billion federal budget. But although health clinics are important, the long-term economic and technology advances of NASA are way more beneficial than the short-term solution to the health crisis.
This is the solution we came up with as a group. NASA's budget must increase incrementally each year in order to sustain NASA's wide field of research and technological advances. While NASA only receives 0.4% of the national budget, it proves itself to be efficient in the economy. NASA has large economic benefits, makes great advances in technology and engineering, advances in medicine, and are leaders in space exploration. Therefore, it is best that the budget continues to increase in order to keep accomplishing these tasks.
Emerson, we'll start with you. Describe how the content of your team's work changed over time as a result of your group discussion.
So we focused on the main arguments from everyone's paper and how those could go in the presentation in a way that's logical and create efficiency to demonstrate a point about how NASA's budget should be increased.
Okay, thank you. Mike, reflecting on your colleagues' work, which one had the greatest impact on your overall understanding of the problem your group identified?
Well, given my current understanding of the problem, which was the technological lens, the big improvement that came outside of my specific aspect mostly derived itself from Emerson's work, because the economic aspects of the various implications of NASA's work were very heavy. Anything they do has a very serious turnout and outcome in the economic world. So all of the technological devices and apparatuses that are developed for NASA all have some proportional effect on their economic impact as soon as they're applied into the real world. So having Emerson's point of view very well helped to smooth over this area and provide a very easy viewpoint to actually see the effects beyond simply the development of the technology.
Thank you. Nick, in what way did you improve your ability to work with the group as a result of the team presentation?
In working with this group, I felt that communication and organizational skills were very necessary, and that's what we improved on as we set deadlines and we communicated weekly as to what we were doing on our individual reports and how we were going to synthesize that in making our final argument.
Thank you.
Michaela, describe an argument from one of your there's individual reports that made you think differently about your team's solution or conclusion.
I would say probably Destiny's. She came at it from a moral or an ethical lens, and that I think brought new insight to what I researched, which was the environmental lens. And her evidence really helped to support the whole project as a whole.
Thank you. And Destiny, having finished this project, what would you consider, if anything, to be a gap in your team's research that if you continued it further would make you feel more confident about your conclusion?
I think that a gap in our research was that we got rid of the educational aspect. That could have definitely added to our argument and made it better, but it was a little bit redundant, and we use a lot of the main points from that in all of our lenses.
Thank you.